Testing audio real quick. Awesome, sounds good. Be starting in just a minute. Hey gamers, how we doing? Welcome on in, welcome on in. Hope everyone's doing good. We're back. We got a new, this is new, isn't it? Was it a tower before? Maybe it was. I don't remember. It was just yesterday and I don't remember if the title screen was different. Hello guys, we're back with more Ace Attorney Investigations, episode 4. A Turnabout Forsaken. We're gonna try to beat episode 4 today. Try to. Not guaranteed. So buckle up. It's probably gonna be a longer stream. I got a lot of free time today. I finished editing my videos for my musical channel. You can go check that out at Redacted Radio at Redacted Reacts on YouTube. And also we got a new Ace Attorney video coming out to the main channel, which is linked in the YouTube section. Hopefully this Saturday. I'm working on it. Those are harder to edit than my musical reactions. But yeah! Turnabout Forsaken. Let me adjust my chair. My chair recently broke. So if it's extra noisy, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I need to get a new one. Yeah! Let's resume. I think, if I remember correctly, we left off on a cross-examination with Verity. There we go. Yep. Right at the start. Haven't even heard it yet. Let's do this. The committee's view of the case. Miss Ringer attended the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. So our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. Okay. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up onto the roof. After she emerged from the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. She wasn't... Here's the thing. is that we know the murder happened in the storeroom. Don't we have proof of that? I swear we have proof of that. The elevator blood. The picture with the blood in the storeroom. Like, hold on. I always forget we have blurp. Hold it! That's when Miss Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out, and thus concludes the committee's view of the case. Yeah, okay. It's bullcrap. The raincoat was on offer that night. Is that really true? That's interesting. We believe so, yes. So that was what was on the, I'm assuming the mannequin. Oh my god, that's the word. The mannequin there. We believe so, yes. You remembered the failed assassination attempt on the president of Zhangfa, I assume. The raincoat is a piece of evidence from that case. Oh, okay, so it is the same raincoat. Oh, interesting. It should, of course, have remained safely under lock and key in the appropriate facility. But our enquiries revealed that it did, in fact, go missing under mysterious circumstances. And wound up in the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose. Wonderful work, Verity. Just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever. You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you could save us all some time and simply admit defeat? I'll do no such thing, thank you very much. Very well. It's good to know that you still have some fight in you. We're getting our prosecutor's badge back today. It is? Why? Come to think of it, she said some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to? Maybe she's on our side all along, but she has to play along because she's being blackmailed. It's always blackmail. Anyway, yeah, she's wrong. Miss Ringer attended the auction. Red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. So our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. The exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatchling up to the roof. After she emerged, no, it wasn't after. She died before, or got attacked before, at the very least. Objection! Maybe you can clear something up for me, Judge Gavel. But what is Miss Hart doing here at this hearing? She is an eyewitness. I thought it would be obvious. Well, now, I ain't really an eyewitness. More of an ear witness, I guess. She's not exactly the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she? I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth. Then you should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. It's a photo taken by Miss Hart. Yes, in the storeroom, correct? What of it? According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. But according to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom. Just before she took the picture. Got her. Wait, you're saying Gavel got it? Wrong. That's exactly what I'm saying. What? Miss Hart, if I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed that night. You saw the person in the picture, correct? I sure did. Clear as day, and with my own two eyes to boot. And what were your impressions at that point? My impressions? This right here is the scoop of the century. Something like that. Yeah, that makes sense. I was hoping for more of your impressions of the person in question. Oh, by the way, we have a new chatbot. We have the Pokemon community game, where you can use Pokestart to start your journey and Pokecatch to catch Pokemon that appear. Very fun. I was hoping for more of your impressions of the person in question. Something to do while you're... to enhance... Excuse me, controller. To do while you're watching. It's very fun. Very cool. I saw it on another streamer earlier. I was watching it earlier. I'm like, I gotta add that, so it's added. Excited for the day we play Pokemon on this channel, even though everyone will say how horrible and bad I am at it. I really like it, and I've played like almost every game, so I love Pokemon. Back to lawyering, or prosecutoring, or defending? Defending? I was hoping more for your impressions of the person in question. Oh, that there's a walk-in meal ticket? Seriously? Just my little joke. No need to look at me like I done sat on your lunch. Old red raincoat, right? Well, I took one look and I thought, that's our perp right there. And therein lies the rub. For Miss Hart to have thought such a thing... Oh, excuse me, I was reading the dialogue. For Miss Hart to have thought such a thing means that the murder occurred... Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, when will you learn to use your words? If it's an explanation of the facts that you require, you need only ask, you know. What do you mean? I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard. Voices that may be unrelated. Objection! Unrelated? You can do better than that. Was one of the voices Miss Hart heard really even Miss Ringer's? You're kidding me, right? Them folks was talking crime-related turkey, or my name ain't Lotta Danged Hart. That's our middle name. We got a middle name confirmed. But did you hear them clearly? Well, can't rightly say for sure, but God, can't rightly say nothing, and you know it. They was using voice changers. I done told y'all that. Precisely. Miss Hart heard voices, but those voices were disguised. Which means we cannot even be certain that whatever she did over here had anything to do with the murder. Objection! You don't need to yell objection in order to sigh at me, Mr. Edgeworth. That's valid. That's so valid a Verity. It seems I overestimated you, Judge Gavelle. Nonsense. Verity's the best of us, my boy. The very best, like no one ever was. Sorry, guys. I'm watching a lot of Pokemon YouTube. I'm so sorry. And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have had anything to do with the murder. Even supposing that that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. The incident happened before the victim was able to go up to the roof. That much we can say for certain. I need to get a new cord for this controller. Or get, like, an actual wireless controller. And I can tell you why. This proves that the incident happened before the victim went up to the roof. Yeah, the blood on the hand. I pointed that out. I thought that's why we presented it. We initially thought that the person in the red raincoat was the culprit. Yes, because Miss Hart said as much. Indeed. She told us about the blood she saw on this person's hand. And I doubt many people would have thought differently given her testimony. Ergo, if this person is the killer, then the blood we see would be from when they attacked the victim. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack. So I'm guessing as the killer attacked her, she ran up to the roof, died maybe of something, or passed out at the very least, or something happened. She looked like she died in front of Kay. And then the killer came, dragged her from the roof all the way to the committee chamber to frame the murder there? This is getting very convoluted. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack. But now it tells us something very important about the victim, too. This picture tells us that the victim was the ringleader, struck the killer, survived the attack. Yeah, survived. There's no doubt in my mind that the victim was attacked in the storeroom. But here we have the photographic evidence of her standing upright and alive, albeit with a bloody hand. This can only mean that Miss Ringer survived the attack. The blood on her hand is from the wound she had sustained. What are you talking about? Who dies from a hand wound? The wound wasn't on her hand, Mr. Winner. I imagine she had used her hand to try and staunch a wound. That's right. While it's impossible to tell from this angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here. Oh, doesn't she have, wounds on her head, too, post-mortem? Yeah, head injury sustained post-mortem. Maybe it's when she fell unconscious, or died and fell. Yeah, and there it is. She has the blood on her hand, too. I didn't even notice that. Interesting. Oh, well, that certainly would change things, wouldn't it? It very much would. Not least by making it absurd to suggest that Kay was the attacker. Her encounter with the victim happened after this picture had been taken. After the victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I put it to you that all Kay witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds. Yep. Oh, okay. That would have been quite the coincidence. It's a textbook case of wrong place, wrong time, I'd say. You seem to be forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, that, or pretending not to remember it. What? What fact am I forgetting? That she was moved? I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Put the boy out of his misery. Dad, Gavel works for me. Why do you keep giving her orders? That's my job. Oh, you really are a total and utter embarrassment. Oh, that's so mean. That's horrible. I'm not. I hate to break it to you, but you both are. Damn. Go to it, Gavel. Put Edgeworth out of his misery. As you wish. Okay. Miss Ringer's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest. And we all know what those wounds are from, don't we? That's right. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabrum. I doubt anybody could survive such grave wounds. If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune. Nicely done, Gavel. Now Edgeworth will have to make several objections. Yes, I'm afraid I will. So it's confirmed that the victim was wearing the raincoat, right? Okay, that's what I thought. There's no stab. I'm pretty sure. Did I point this out last time? There's no stab wounds on the raincoat. And, oh, that's right, I was pointing out that she might not be the ringleader and was framed. And maybe the outfit was put on her and she was stabbed after. Maybe she fell unconscious, or she was attacked with something else. Because she has a head injury. Makes several objections. Yes, I'm afraid I will. Can we see her hand in the photograph? Her other hand? Not this one. No. It's conveniently out of shot. Got it. Make several objections? Yes, I'm afraid I will. What? Why? Weren't you listening? Oh, I was listening. Very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections. Come on! Why do you always have to undermine me? That's never my intention, I assure you. It isn't. Because you do it so well to yourself every single time already. Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that because I'm... Please, Eustace, just stop, for goodness' sake. You've already embarrassed me enough. Huh? What do you mean, Dad? Miss Finger's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest. We all know what those wounds are from, don't we? That's right, they're from when she was stabbed in the chest. Okay, but what... The raincoat. Objection! Where are the puncture wounds? Chairman Winner, you know what this is, of course. The red raincoat? That's right, isn't it, Verity? Yes, sir. The one Miss Ringer was wearing. I warn you, Mr. Edgeworth. You'll not be thanked for retreating? Is that a word? Retreating. Hold on, I gotta look that up. Retreating? Retreating meaning. Go back over. They never... A retread. Okay, retreading. Okay. My bad. To go back over something. You'll not be thanked for retreading old ground here. No wonder I didn't know what the word was. I was pronouncing it wrong. Well, I'm afraid I might have to regardless. Now then, if you'll answer me this, Judge Gavel. You told us that the victim's bloodstains were found on the coat. But do you remember where exactly they were found? Of course, they were found on the hood and... head injury. And no. What's the matter, Verity? The hood and... Was blood found anywhere else on the raincoat? No, it was not. Doesn't that strike you as odd? The victim died of stab wounds to the chest. Wouldn't that lead one to expect to find blood stains in that area? And yet there was blood only on the hood. That's a glaring contradiction if I have ever seen one. The head wound the victim suffered wasn't just some incidental injury. It was inflicted before the stab wounds to her chest. Perhaps you're correct. Perhaps the victim did sustain the head injury first. As you said, if she had been stabbed first, there should be blood in the chest area of the raincoat. But wasn't the head injury post-mortem? Isn't that what that says? It says head injuries post-mortem. Head injury sustained post-mortem. Yeah, so none of this makes sense. Therefore, Miss Ringer cannot have been stabbed before the head injury had been inflicted on her. But even if we concede this point that the head injury came before the chest wound, what difference would it make? How does it change our understanding of the case? Because her head injury is post-mortem. I'd say it changes things a great deal. In fact, it raises an even more fundamental contradiction. That is quite the bold claim, Mr. Edgeworth. I have to admit you have me intrigued. Perhaps you could show us this fundamental contradiction with some evidence. Okay, yeah, this is what I was just talking about. Which piece of evidence best demonstrates the contradiction, the order the injury is revealed? Yeah, because the head injury is post-mortem. This is Dr. Hertz's preliminary findings. Has the autopsy report been updated at all? According to which, the victim suffered a head injury post-mortem. But the order suggested by the bloodstains on the raincoat is... exactly the opposite, yes. Bailiff, this court hereby subpoenas Dr. Hilda Hertz to the committee chamber with all due haste. Until she testifies, this case cannot be brought to a close. Yes, Your Honor. I'll go fetch her at once. She's the killer. Unfortunately, Dr. Hertz is a very busy woman. I doubt she'll be able to come immediately. In the meantime, there's another important angle I would like to explore. Frankly, something has been bothering me about the person at the heart of this case. The so-called ringleader. Who exactly are they? Yeah, good point. We never looked into that, huh? Despite having been mentioned repeatedly in this hearing, we still don't know even the most basic facts that might help us uncover their identity. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any thoughts on the matter? We've seen nothing that might serve as clear evidence of the auctioneer's identity as of yet. But there is someone involved with the case that I can name. I suspect that at the very least, they might be able to point us in the right direction. And that's... Chairman Winner. I demand that you testify as to what you know. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Get 'em. What? Are you crazy? Why would you accuse my dad? You would cast doubt on the integrity of the chairman of the committee? Do you understand the implications of such an act? I don't care who or what he is. We're talking about the truth here. Hell yeah! Get him! And about a man who seems dead set on framing Kay at all costs. The mask, corsage, ticket stub, and everything else, the items Kay was carrying when she was found, they were deliberately placed in her possession somehow. By Chairman Winner himself. A shocking accusation, and one I find hard to believe, but for the sake of completedness, I must ask, why would he do such a thing? To cast suspicion on Kay, of course. Why else? I even managed to get him to say something to that effect. Chairman Winner, your rebuttal, please. Got nothing to say now, don't you, crybaby? I think the good chairman might be in shock. So what if I did? Okay, he admitted it, Get him! Arrest them, guards! Did you hear me, dear boy? I said. So what if I did? You say you got me to admit as much? But where's your proof, With no witnesses to speak of, your word alone is hardly enough to make an accusation like that stick. Or do you mean to tell us that you have something more to base your outburst on? He still has the arrogance he showed back at the detention center, and yet... Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to have to ask you to explain yourself. If that's alright, Mr. Chairman? Not at all. I'll be very interested to hear this for myself. I'm intrigued to learn where Miles might have gotten the idea that I'm some sort of criminal. Because you'll never find a more fine and upstanding citizen than myself. He has a lot of nerve, acting all innocent like that. Very well, let's start at the very beginning. The fact that the auction took place right here in this hallowed trial chamber is a point of suspicion. A location that should, by rights, only be accessible to the members of the committee. Yeah, they all have keycards to the room after all. Furthermore, these auctions seem to be held on a somewhat regular basis. And for that to be possible, there can only be one winning explanation. That's right, Mr. Winner. That the auctioneer is a member of the committee. What? No! What on earth is wrong now? What do I do, Dad? I played right into his hands! Oh. Oh, you did indeed, you utter nitwit. Oh my god! Someone save this poor baby! But Miles, my boy, you do realize that you've cast quite the wide net with your explanation. That's true. There are 11 members of the committee altogether. 10 given Miss Ringer's unfortunate passing. 10 potential suspects in total. Well, it certainly isn't me! And it cannot be the chairman, can it? I bet it's I bet it's that guy with the hair over the eyes right there. Lock him up. Whoever it is, speak up right now. Come, calm down, all of you, please. Well, Miles, is that all the proof you've got against me? You're very quiet all of a sudden. But it's too late to back out now. You accuse the former chief prosecutor and current committee chairman of a crime. Yeah. I would tell you to prepare for the worst. But there's no preparing for what you're about to face. Know your place. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now. Where the murder happened, the order of the victim's injuries, some other things I hardly even remember. But you needn't have bothered my boy, because it's all irrelevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. Oh, no, she didn't. That's all that matters at the end of the day, and her sentence will be lighter for it, so rejoice! Oh my god, shut up. She's clearly being manipulated. Her memories, at the very least. And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit. Her confession wouldn't hold. She's clearly an amnesiac right now. Like, nothing she says. She's not a reliable witness at all. All evidence, actually, technically, all evidence we have of her eyewitness statements should technically not even be evidence. She's an amnesiac. Her statements wouldn't hold in court. And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit. How can I, when that was barely a testimony to begin with? That man, he's a very powerful person, isn't he? It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Please, just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it. You saw a flash of something half-remembered, Kay. Nothing more. If you must believe in something. Believe me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead. But I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. But he seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I can use that against him. You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail. Where the murder happened, the order of the victim's injuries, some other things I hardly even remember. I seem to recall the ringleader's identity and the faulty coroner's report being critical points of contention. Yes, yes. I was listening, my boy, but critical is a matter of opinion. How can you possibly suggest that such fundamental issues are not important? Perhaps it is your ability to make sound judgments that should be on trial here today. Bravo, my young hothead. Wonderfully cutting stuff. You do like to try, though, don't you? But you didn't have bothered my boy because it's all irrelevant in the end. Hold it! There's no way any of what we've discussed today is irrelevant, not unless you intend to bury the truth. But none of it is relevant, dear boy. The only reason you keep trying to make it relevant is because otherwise you're up a creek without a paddle. Okay. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. Garbage. Garbage. Just because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. Kay is suffering from amnesia, so any statement she makes should at least be at least taken with at least a great assault. Thank you. It should be thrown out. Her statements mean nothing. Her statements mean nothing in a court of law right now. Thank you. That's not exactly right. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't be listening to her at all. I love Kay. But... Gah. Objection. Even so, it doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy? And it would be nonsensical to dismiss her confession outright. I tell you what, why don't we ask her one last time? Though I'm sure she'll just say she did it again. Fine, let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit. Huh? You mean me? Is this really what you want, Mr. Edgeworth? If it goes badly, it could significantly weaken your position. I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her. You really know how to tug at an old man's heartstrings, you know. But fine, ask away. On one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. Stop burning things! We'll call the proceedings to an end. Then and there. Agreed? Call the proceedings to an end? You mean the hearing? Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you are a complete muddlehead after all. So I'm suggesting we're gonna have to, like... just to be safe. Just in case. Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again and all that happens is the girl confirms her guilt, she is officially declared guilty on the spot. Yes, that sounds like a great plan, if I do say so myself. This is saying that it's... I imagine it's saying that it's gonna take the entire bar if we, like, get something wrong, so... That's why they keep hammering it in. That's it? You just declare her guilty just like that? That's the gist of it. It's a big risk, but he's going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Kay? Yes? I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help us prove your innocence? Why? Why are you still fighting it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. It can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you. Please just accept it. The Kay you thought you knew is a dangerous criminal. A criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust. Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough. Ooh! The music picked up. And right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. You would never commit a murder. You could never. Because this is who you really are. The Jammin' Ninja! Yeah, it takes half the bar of evidence if you get it wrong. You are the Jammin'... It's the Yatagarasu pin. I got that. I don't see anything else it could be. No. You are Rosie Ringer. You are Kay's recollections. You are the Yatagarasu. Yeah. You're the great thief Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw who would never stoop so low as to kill. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned. I have to face it. No! No. The only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you. As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. This is leading the witness. Again, she shouldn't be a witness or anything. She shouldn't be on the stand at all. She's an amnesiac. She shouldn't be testifying. But still, this is leading a witness. Obviously, they're leading it more. They framed her. But man, as I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you? No, it's not that. You're trying so hard to help me. And you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop. I'm begging you. So that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate is because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the K I know would have done. You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. And I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon. Aww. Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. So you see, I've merely been servicing my own ego, regardless of what I put you through. Oh! She's pogging. Now let's try this again. See the good in yourself, Kay. One moment. Remember the noble thief you truly are. The memory of you committing the murder. You need to question it with all you have. That's all I ask. So please, do it for me. Oh. Ooh, that's so spooky. Literally horror game. Oh, she screamed. Kay. What's wrong? Did you remember something? Oh, it'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did. A cow. A cow? Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details. Well, Kay, what can you tell us about this cow? I remember now. The person in the red raincoat. She had it in her hand. A stuffed cow. I can see it so clearly now. I was wondering what was the deal with the cow. Also, the cow got moved back, didn't it? Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain? Yes, I'm sure. Then this court acknowledges the defendant's latest statements as new testimony. Objection. Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this. With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is new and highly relevant evidence. Objection. Need I remind you of the addled state of her memory? Okay! No. We're not playing this card now. We're not playing the state of her memory now. When you were fine when it comes to her pertaining to her confession. Confessing that she was the murderer. No. No, this simply won't do. Adult, but if we claim her Thank you! Oh my gosh, Verity, I love you. I love you, Verity. Oh my gosh, she's the only one with a brain. Adult, but if we claim her memory is unreliable now, then our own argument is weakened, sir. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you, Verity. Hi, Matt! You said yourself only a few minutes ago that thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the final details, did you not? I'm currently in the grand city of Paris. Oh my gosh, have fun. Yo, pop off. You'll need to unlock your iPhone first. Excuse you, Siri. Go get that prosecutor's badge back. Hell yeah. We're gonna steal all of this guy's prosecutor badges. Have so much fun in Paris. Hell yeah. Were we to call the validity of her memories into question, Then we must also call into question the confession on which our entire argument is based. I've been saying this for like an hour now. If it's a city of love, why do all the women ignore me? No. Those damn French women. Is that really the most advisable course of action? Yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit, then. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're still in the game, but only by the skin of our teeth. And only thanks to Judge Gavel's intervention. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second. I think she's been on our side this whole time. Honestly. I think there's like something going on behind the scenes where she's trying to help as best she can, but still. She seemed that way every time we've seen her. She's always on our side, but she needs to give up the appearance that she's not. Like, I feel like she's like being blackmailed or something. Or something's being held over her. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, the stuffed animal. I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. This thing. We found it in the storeroom and believe it is yet another auction lot. Oh my gosh, this stupid controller. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No! What is setting you off? We found it in the storeroom and believe it is yet another auction lot. What is going on? Stop it! Wait, that's... Yeah, that's the cow plush from the first case. Do you know something, Gavel? No, it's just not what I imagined. I suppose it is a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. One sec. I should look it over carefully. The right arm seems intact, but I can't say it's doing much for the overall symmetry of this stuffed toy. Look, Mr. Edgeworth. It moves. Oh? It does? What? It sounds like sand being crushed? What? Where is this case turning? It would seem there's a recording device hidden inside. Oh. And I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge. Could this be the moment of the murder? And someone made a recording of it. Fitted with a recording device that captured part of a conversation, one of the people recorded had a prominent burn. Yeah, the victim. Hey, that's them right there. Them's the voices I heard. Sure as eggs is eggs. I was gonna say, okay, let's analyze the voices to see who it was. I forgot they were wearing voice recorders, so their voices are distorted. Or voice changers, not recorders.
Overruled.
Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they have nothing to do with the murder. Only there was some accompanying video footage. You got bugs in your ears or something, lady? I done told you, them's the voices I heard. And we already know the victim was holding that thing, right? So it's gotta be from when she got. Yes, it is a possibility, but a weak one without more than your word to back it up. We need something more, something credible. We need. Yet again, she seems to be stepping in help. Judge Gavel, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe we have something that could explain what these words are referring to and how it's all related. Which pieces of evidence proves the voices from the moment the murder occurred. She's got a burn on her hand, doesn't she? Don't we have that somewhere? Prominent burn mark on the back of the victim's right hand. Take that! The coroner's preliminary findings. How do they prove anything? Indeed, what on this page shows that the voices must be from the time of the murder. Take that! Oh. Oh, how should I know? Okay, I messed up. I'm sorry. Maybe we should listen to the recording again? There's probably something important in there. I think I just hit the wrong thing. I think I'm supposed to hit Mr. Edgeworth for the report as suggests that the voices we heard are connected to this case. My bad. I think it's the burn? Take that! Okay. It was either that or actually just hit the section. Think again on the words we heard. This part in particular sticks out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent burn mark on the back of her right hand. And what of it? According to case testimony, the victim was carrying the stuffed cow toy, and a burn mark, an identifying mark unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured. It's just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time, right? Yeah, all the time. I'm not so sure that it does, especially not in this case. The court accepts that the recording may be from the time of the murder. In which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprit. And based on the content of the conversation, it seems likely that it's the one we hear the most. But that still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they are male or female. The voice changer is correct. Unfortunate but unavoidable. One thing, however, has become clear. We are now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Miss Ringer and her killer. Just like I done told you they was. We could say something else now, too. Then let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman. Do as you wish. According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, two people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. The ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. The murder happened immediately afterward, and the auction carried on after that. All of which points to one key fact. What else does this latest revelation tell us? The ringleader was the killer, Miss Ringer was the killer, the ringleader was the victim. The ringleader was the killer. What I've been saying! Since the ringleader was the auction's sole auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim. Hey, Gavel? Not right now, Eustace. Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy. And if they weren't the victim, then they can only have been the killer. A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive. I'm fully aware of that, Your Honor. I was merely warming up for the main event. There were certain traces left on the scene that seemed to suggest that the ringleader was the killer. Then please hurry up and show us. What is something that was placed in the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer? Oh, yeah. Take that! The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. It was due to that blood that we originally thought that the murder had happened in this chamber, but it was simply a ruse designed to cover up the blood that had dripped down from the storeroom. In order to conceal the existence of an underground auction, correct? Correct. If the culprit had nothing to do with the auction, they would have had no reason to cover up that blood. Which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same. Which, you know, again, points to Kay not having been the killer. Imagine Kay has been the ringleader this whole time. That'd be a crazy plot twist. And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name? Imagine one of, like, these games, or even a mainline Ace Attorney game, where your weird girl assistant ends up actually being, like, the final killer for the final episode. Like, imagine if, like, it turns out in the end Kay Faraday was, like, this evil ringleader mastermind and stuff. I think that'd be so interesting. They need to do that in one of these games. It'd be so heartbreaking. And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name? The auction is always held in this committee chamber, with its storeroom located just overhead. So at the very least, we know the murderous ringleader has some connection to the committee. Interesting cut. I wonder who we could be thinking of. Yes. And you suspect me, correct? As the committee's most powerful member, that should hardly be a surprise, right? Objection. You're a fine prosecutor. That much I'll give you. But as I think I may have mentioned already, you're also hopelessly naive. Okay. You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share after all. Do I have any evidence to show that Chairman Winter is the murderer? Probably not. I think that's something we're gonna have to do, like... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to everyone watching who thinks it's their own, like, computer. I don't know what's going on with my controller today. It is not having it. I really need a new cord. Oh my gosh, it's like bent. I need a new controller. Do we? I really think we don't. It's too easy. No. It was Chairman Winter himself who brought up the fact that I suspected him. And he seemed confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable. Which means he knows. He knows I have nothing. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, Miles, my boy, time to pay the piper. I've always wanted to say that. Verity, he's all yours. Wait, dang it. I just remembered something. Huh? Did you have amnesia too? No, it just done come to me. It just done came to me. Flash of inspiration, you know how it is. Very well. Say your piece. Objection. What are you doing, Verity? Mr. Edgeworth has made it clear that he won't give up until every last lick of hope has been extinguished. So extinguish we must, lest he try to drag us through this excruciating process again in the future. Yeah, what she said. I don't quite get it, but it sounded pretty cool. Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Gavel bring this to a winning finish. We'll show them how wrong they are. Fine. Let's hear what the witness has to say. You heard the chairman, Miss Hart. If you would be so kind. Well, alright then. Here goes nothing. The facts, Miss Hart, and nothing but the facts, please. Don't you worry your pretty little head on that front. I'm a journalist. Truth's my middle name. I thought dang it was your middle name. color me officially worried. So the ringleader's the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of them's auction goers. Awesome, wow, you got it, damn. Thing is, that don't add up. I counted 11 people coming down the hatch, see? Then the murder happened and then the auction started back up again. Now I had me a look back. She was, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? She was investigating the auction. She was a secret agent or something. She was spying. I still can't think of the word I'm looking for. But she was, what is the word? You know, when you... I can't even describe it because I can't remember the word. But she was being like a spy, basically. That's what it is. That's where this is going. All the seats were still filled. Now, I had me a look back downstairs right after that. No. And wouldn't you know it, there were 11 little duckies all lined up in a row again. How? And you're sure of this, Miss Hart? Sure as sure can be, your gavelship. Saw them with my own 2 peepers. So, 11 before the murder, and 11 again right after that means... Oh, wait, that's a thingy. A contradiction, Eustace. Do try to keep up. Miss Hart, did nothing really change at all? I done told you already. They carry right on again like nothing even happened. Oh, except for... Here's nothing much, but... What is it? That little old mallet doodad. Can't have yourself an auction without one. Kinda like the one Missy over there's got, but different. The auctioneer's hammer. That's the bunny. That was what knocked her out. That was the, what's the saying, the head injury. She was hit in the head with the mallet. That's the bunny. I done heard that thing banging and clanging right the way through. Nothing. Just like that. So the noise of the hammer stopped midway through. Could it have something to do with the murder? Okay. Oh. If what Miss Hart is telling us is true, we have something of a problem. Namely, that the victim is neither the auctioneer nor one of the attendees. Your entire theory cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth. Chalk one up for justice. Eat that, Edgeworth. See, Mr. Edgeworth, there really was nothing we could do. No, there must be something we're overlooking. Something we still don't have an explanation for. I just need to think. If I can't, Kay's... Alright, kids, do we finally have all our answers now? If so, then I expect you to make good on... One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment. After all, we have one more matter yet to resolve. And until we do, we cannot claim complete and total victory over Mr. Edgeworth. Is that not so, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, I expected you to have raised your voice by now. Aloud, hold it, perhaps? Oh, yes, of course. And once again, she has rescued us from the jaws of the feet. Very well, let's get this over with, shall we? What is the one matter that still remains? Why the contradiction in the coroner's report, sir? Oh yeah, weren't they bringing the old lady in? I forgot about that. That's... I'm back with the witnesses, Your Honor. Oh, just in time. Convenient. What's this all about? Why'd you call us back? Oh, wait. Yeah, that's Florence. That's right, the old lady doesn't talk. What's this all about? Why'd you call us back down here? What is her name? I know she's Needler. Oh. Hilda Hurts. Okay. Did somebody suddenly fall ill? I'll have a compress ready and 2 shakes of a... Ouch. This better be good. Did somebody else drop dead? Well, they might soon wish they had. Dr. Hurts, Miss Needler, thank you for coming on such short notice. Let me assure you this won't take long.
Quit trying to butter me up and cut to the chase, will ya?
Of course. We summoned you here to confirm something. What is Judge Gravel up to? Dr. Hertz, this court asks that you provide the unabridged truth regarding the following. Do you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for the complete and total accuracy?
Grandma doesn't make mistakes ever.
That's strange.
Huh? What do you mean?
In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Did you alter, tamper with, or in any way falsify your findings?
That's awful. How can you even say that? What are you asking me for? Why the heck would I want to do that?
To help the true culprit, of course.
As if I know anything about all that. I just know I didn't do anything of the sort.
Then that seems doubly strange. What other explanation could there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might have any thoughts on the matter?
No.
It's not like you to be coy, I must say. Why does she keep taking charge and helping me? I still don't know what she's trying to do, but I'll happily take what I can get. If everything was recorded accurately and then handed off to Mr. Winter according to protocol, then the report shouldn't contain any mistakes.
Wait. For the record, I didn't do anything to the report.
I guess we'll see, won't we? Dr. Hertz, perhaps we could begin with your side of the story.
Why do we even need to? This is pointless.
I'll be the judge of what's pointless, thank you very much.
We have patients waiting back at the hospital. But, Grandma, ouch! We don't really have time for this.
Won't you please help us? I can't stress how important this is.
Grandma says she'll testify. But could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer.
And yet you had no qualms about taking your time and buying cotton candy the last time we saw you. We'll let you go as soon as we can, I promise. Assuming you tell us the truth, that is. The so-called mistake in the report.
No way there's a mistake in Grandma's report. Never. I've been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive, Sonny Jim. Me writing something's wrong is about as likely as ouch! And what the heck do you think I stand to gain by doctoring a file, Don't make a lick of sense. That's all she has to say. Nothing funky here.
See, it's just as I thought. There's no chance the good doctor doctored her findings. And you swear by the Holy Goddess that this testimony is true.
Of course. Grandma's never told a lie in her.
Your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Needler. Your grandmother is the subject of this inquiry, not you.
Not necessary. That's not fair. I'm the only ally poor Grandma has. Go ahead and shout objection left and right, but you best be prepared then, Mr. Ace Prosecutor.
Oh, I'm more than prepared. I'm ready to expose the truth behind the error in the report.
Wait, there's a mistake in Grandma's report. Not never. I've been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive, Sonny. Me writing something wrong is about as likely as... Okay.
The victim appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury. And yet there was not a single drop of her blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making it pre-mortem.
Oh, that's... ouch. I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man. My dang report already says what you just read, don't it?
Oh. The report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem, which is the exact opposite of what I just said.
Oh. Sure. I diligently dictated that report to Florence here, and she wrote it all down just like I said it. If something happened to it after that, were nothing to do with me.
Interesting. You dictated it? If you could please tell me more.
I diligently dictated the report to Florence. Anything after that weren't nothing to do with me. That's interesting. That's interesting. Where's our coroner's findings? What is even victim's body discovered? Yeah, she signed it. Wait a minute. Signed Hilda Hertz, coroner. Okay, she signed it. Dr. Hertz, I'd like you to take a look at the report for yourself.
I'll read it to. Ouch!
This ain't what I said. This ain't what I said at all. What? What do you mean exactly? Oh. I bet the candelabrum stabbing was post-mortem. I don't know. So. But I can't say that. Miss Needler, if you are attempting to bury Dr. Hertz's truth, I will gladly hear her confession myself on behalf of the Goddess of Justice. Dr. Hertz seems to be telling Judge Gavelle something in private. What? I see. Very well. Allow me to relate to everyone what you have just told me. Ain't no doubt about what I said. I dictated my findings to Florence just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have wrote it down wrong or something. Wow, that was a great impression. Yes, but was it really necessary? Oh, she was doing an impression. So in summary, there's an error in the report. And it was all because of you, Nurse Needler. The true facts have now been shown to be that the head injury occurred prior to the chest wound. The question now, Miss Needler, is why did you introduce such an error? Just a minute, Verity. You make it sound as if the poor girl did it deliberately. Whereas it seems to me she just made a little mistake. Pre-mortem, post-mortem, they're practically the same word, don't you think? No? Except they mean two completely opposite things. This was deliberate, no doubt about it. But why would she want to change it?
Exactly, thanks, ouch!
You won't get away that easily. Explain yourself, young lady.
But Grandma,
You submitted a falsified report, an act that led to Kay being accused of murder. You owe us an explanation.
But I can't tell you.
Not don't want to, but can't. Yeah, that's interesting. Is she being blackmailed too? This is really rather unpleasant, don't you think? Ganging up on this poor, considerate girl who's only looking after her grandmother. She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake, so why not leave it there? You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because the only person her testimony would hurt is you. What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're now a de facto ex-prosecutor, you're going to need to explain yourself better than that. I'd be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you. Nurse Needler's role in this crime was very important because she's the real murderer. Nope, she's the real victim. No, she's a co-conspirator. Yep. Nurse Needler doctored the report in order to cover for her accomplice.
Ouch.
Oh, so she's a co-conspirator. This innocent young thing. Do share your grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy. The murder couldn't have been committed by one person working on their own. Without at least two people, it wouldn't have been possible to move the body, maintain attendee numbers, doctor the report. Ooh. Maintain attendee numbers? If the auctioneer was the murderer and the victim was one of the attendees, the fact that a witness testified to there being 11 attendees even after the murder doesn't make sense. Hey, watch it. Y'all gotta call my good word into question now, too? That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you at your word, which means there must have been a co-conspirator. I know it's hard, my boy, but sometimes you just have to accept that you were wrong. Objection! I wasn't wrong. I just considered the possibility of the killer having an accomplice. But as soon as we do, things start to fall into place. If the killer's accomplice returned to the auction room in place of the victim, there would indeed have been 11 attendees both before and after the murder.
Well, so that's your thinking, is it? It's certainly an intriguing theory. But surely the imposter would have been spotted right away. I don't imagine that Nurse Needler looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anybody noticing. Interesting. Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? Did you take the victim's place at the auction?
I wouldn't do something like...
Now tell us, the ringleader. Who were they?
I can't tell you. I just can't. It hurt Grandma, too. Ow! But Grandma... Don't you worry about me. I can take it. You just tell everything, child. Aww. But Grammy! Grandma!
Oh. So I was right. She was an accomplice.
Miss Needler, why?
Well, Miss Needler, can you explain yourself?
Yes. Huh? Oh, thank you, Grandma, but I'm alright now. I confess it. I changed places with Miss Ringer.
So you admit that you were working with the ringleader?
Yeah, I was helping them. I don't know how, but they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them.
The culprit was going to be attacked by the victim?
They seemed pretty sure it was going to happen that night, so they made a counter plan. They wanted to strike first, and they wanted me to help them. I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction began and wait there.
Was she hiding in the box? Now, hold on right there, Missy. I didn't see nothing, and my eyes don't lie. If you'd have been there from before the auction, I would have bumped right into you. I was there the whole way through, and you weren't there for a bit of it.
But I'm not lying.
Well, that's easy for you to say, but you were lying about altering that report only a few minutes ago. I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom. Are we? Where exactly are you trying to say our friend the nurse was hiding, Nurse Needler hid here while she was waiting in the storeroom. It's gotta be the box, right? Like, we don't have anything else. Take that! She hid inside this closed box. Oh, she did she?
Huh? Well, it was there the whole time, even before I moseyed on in. But like I done told y'all, I had all them chains around it. Wanted to hide in there myself, really, but it was locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere.
I imagine that's because Nurse Needler was already lying in there by the time you arrived.
That's right. We didn't want anybody to open it, or it would have really blown our cover. So the ringleader told me to climb in and wait until it was time for my part of the plan. And then they wrapped the whole box up in chains. I think they took the elevator downstairs not so long after. It was just before the auction was due to start.
So as the auction was beginning, you and Miss Hart would have been the only people in the storeroom?
Yeah, I think so.
The auction proceeded as it always did, until a certain customer came upstairs to complete her purchase. That was when the incident occurred. Miss Hart overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around, then...
You betcha. I was behind the statue there, shaking like a dang leaf the whole time.
In the middle of their quarrel, Miss Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. I imagine that the auctioneer then carried Miss Ringer's body over to the clothes box. From which Nurse Needler emerged and swapped places with the victim. After placing Miss Ringer's body inside the box, Nurse Needler's role now is to pretend to be Miss Ringer. The two of them then returned to the room below as if nothing had happened. Does that about sum up what happened in the storeroom, Nurse Needler?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. Hold up, so you just waltzed right back on in and nobody noticed? This is two completely different people we're talking about. You're telling me not a one of the other folks down there at the auction cottoned on?
Why would they? The other auction goers had no reason to notice the difference when Nurse Needler entered because she'd stolen the victim's clothes, she's using the victim's name, she's imitating the victim. She's stolen the victim's clothes. Yeah! I knew it! The clothes were swapped! As we've seen, Miss Ringer and Nurse Needler are about the same build. What's more, the auction rules required attendees to wear their masks at all times. If Nurse Needler were wearing the same clothes as Miss Ringer, nobody would have been any the wiser.
No, and they weren't. I borrowed Miss Ringer's clothes and ouch! And left the poor child in her smalls? Have you no respect, girl? No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. It wouldn't be nice to leave her like that. So when the ringleader wasn't looking, I put that raincoat on her.
Oh! So that's how Miss Ringer came to be wearing it. Thus the auction was able to carry on as before.
Guess the part where I caught the red raincoat on film came just after.
Yeah, must be. Then it all makes sense, but she wasn't dead then. She hadn't died yet.
Right after that was when I went on over and looked downstairs through the gap in the elevator. Spied me 11 happy little auction goers, then back I snuck down to my little hidey hole.
Don't tell me you're hiding back there the entire time after that.
Well, that is, not exactly.
What is it? Did something happen?
So maybe I ought to have mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few winks after that. Well, passed out. Unconscious, you might say.
What? What happened?
Oh, nothing much. Kind of silly, really, but, there was this sudden loud noise, and, startled me just a little bit, you know? Alright, maybe more than a little, but I just witnessed the murder. Can't blame a girl for getting jumpy. Guess that got my heart shook and my head faint. Before I knew it, I was out like a light. By the time I came to, it was the next dang day, and there y'all were, clanking down that ladder.
I see, so you were startled by a loud noise and fell unconscious. I suppose that means you don't know what happened after that.
Not per se, but, well, after the auction was over, all the masks were put back on the rack. So I reckon the guests done finished up and filed out one by one like they was supposed to.
Nurse Needler, once the auction had restarted, what exactly were you doing?
I was pretending to be Miss Ringer and placing bids just as the ringleader wanted. I had to win the clothes box as I'd been instructed. It had a dead body inside, after all. Imagine if somebody else had won it. We would have been in real trouble, then.
So you had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime?
No, not until we came back up so I could pay for it. That was when we noticed.
Oh, interesting.
The ringleader told me to go look for her right away. Except I found some other girl collapsed at the foot of the ladder instead.
Okay.
Yeah, she must have fallen from up on the roof and been knocked unconscious.
Okay, so that's where she fell. She fell into the storeroom. Guess the victim must have left that hatch wide open, huh? That would explain it. Kay would have been so shocked by seeing Miss Ringer fall motionless right in front of her that she wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fallen right through it. That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kay crash landing onto the storeroom floor.
Yeah, I suppose. Can't believe something like that done knocked me out for so long, though.
So in summary, by the time Miss Needler found Kay, you were already sound asleep behind the statue. I think we've got a good grasp on what occurred up to this point now. Nurse Needler, if you will continue.
Sure. So I found Kay, and next I found Miss Ringer, and I put them both in the clothes box. We couldn't risk any of the auction goers seeing them. That would have caused a real hullabaloo.
But was that your idea? Or the ringleaders?
Theirs. But putting the raincoat on Miss Ringer was my own idea. So I tried to get rid of it before they found out what I'd done.
I imagine they were none too pleased when it showed up as a surprise piece of evidence in this case.
And lastly, the ringleader and I put her in an auctioneer's outfit we'd prepared.
Of course, which completed the deception and made everyone think she was the auctioneer.
All in all, the auction finished up without anybody noticing, and that was that.
Now that we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Needler, If you have anything further to share, I'd advise you to do so immediately.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry, that's all I know. Oh, except for one other thing. It did seem a little strange, I guess. When I was borrowing Miss Ringer's clothes, I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so ouch. You're dang right you couldn't take her hair. What kind of medical professional are you?
That's where you draw the line? So taking her clothes was okay?
Her hair was totally different. The style, the length, everything. I kinda panicked. But the ringleader thought of everything, including wigs. 2 of them, in fact. There was a straight one and a wavy one. They were both stashed in the clothes box.
2 wigs? But why?
Right, I wonder that too. I thought maybe they were worried she might have changed up her style. Anyway, I took the straight one. That was the one that matched her hair on the day.
Leaving a wavy wig in the box. Okay. And that's everything you know. There's nothing else you're forgetting.
No, huh? No, really, Grandma, that's everything.
And I take it that you really have no idea who the ringleader might be.
Sorry, I only know that they were in charge of the auction. I didn't see them without their mask on. And they were pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone.
If I can't get something concrete on them. Well, Miles, are we about done? You've proven the nurse was part of the murder plot, but sadly for you, it doesn't change a whole lot. Yes, it does! She just explained everything, that Kay was innocent. Because it does nothing to prove that Kay Faraday isn't the ringleader. Yes, it does! She said she saw her unconscious. And justice must prevail. We can't change the law even for your sake. Is this it? Am I not going to be able to save Kay?
Objection!
Franziska? Dude, Franziska's theme's so good. Franziska, what are you doing here? As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, where the case leads, I follow. Your dedication is an inspiration to us all. This case has a lot of women in it. Love that. Let's go women. But don't go getting the wrong idea, little brother. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of the prosecutor. I understand that. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Detective Gumshoe did that? Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second. Oh, Francesca. Oh! Oh! Oh, Franziska. No, you did so good, sweetie. Oh, this is sad. Who's gonna tell her? Well, someone say something! Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Franziska, but we already proved that ourselves. You... what? Yes, just a few minutes ago. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? You didn't exactly give us a chance. And I suppose you know about the murder weapon, too. No, not yet. Good. Then listen up. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface. And the wounds to the chest were actually inflicted post-mortem. A circular surface.
Objection!
And you're certain of that, I assume? Your sources are above board. 2 trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more.
Objection!
That's certainly good to know. Unfortunately, you're overstepping the bounds of what? I am the prosecutor in charge of Interpol's investigations into the underground auction. Hell yeah! Get him! Destroy him, Franziska, you absolute icon! And this murder occurred during that auction. It would be negligent of me not to pursue leads pertaining to related parties. Especially the victim. My, you've really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear?
Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head.
Gotcha.
Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified.
Based on the shape, I might have an idea or two. It's gotta be the auctioneer hammer, doesn't it? We discussed this earlier.
But guys, I didn't turn up any other weapons during my investigation.
And yet one needed only think about the setting and an auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious. An object with a circular surface used in an auction. We're obviously talking about Judge Cavell's hammer. The auctioneer hammer, yeah. What would an auctioneer have readily at hand? That's why I didn't turn up for the rest of the auction, like Lotta said. An auctioneer's hammer, of course.
But we never found one of those.
If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it does seem a likely candidate for the murder weapon. But without the evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that. Oh, I have just the evidence you need right here. This piece of evidence strongly suggests that the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon. The, Lotta's? We have Lotta's statement, right? Yeah, the auctioneer hammer can no longer be heard. Miss Hart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said that the very prominent sound of the auctioneer's hammer can no longer be heard. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why. Because it had just been used in a murder and was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of. Isn't that right? Chairman Winner. I'll have our people look into this right away. You really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? But if you can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young, when can you? He seems very confident we'll never find it. Very well. A search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess. Boom. There can't be that much left, right? I have to beat this episode today. I have to. I've challenged myself. April 6th, Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber. Hey, Francisca, did you find it? Silence in the courtroom, please. Miss Von Karma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom, and no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. That is bad news indeed. Then we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict. No, we don't! What? Such a terrible shame. But I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. That's Francisca's word. It's certainly not what I'd expect from a first-rate criminal mind. No, there's just not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own. Yes, it really is a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And then when it came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one. Oh, if only you could see them. The stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces. The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law. There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both... If only we had some proof. I never imagined I'd be passing judgment on you under such circumstances. The end of the road, huh? By the power vested in me,
Excelsius winner, this court hereby indicts you for your crimes. Hell yeah! Get him! Get him, Gavel! Oh my gosh. Oh, you're such an icon. I love her. I love her to death. What? he's so dumbfounded. What on earth's gotten into you, Verity? I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident. Namely, the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years ago. But what does that file have to do with... Wait, you mean... your late-night visit to this chamber? That was too... I forgot about that. Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly, it would seem that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me. That was a ruse to buy myself more time. Details of a murder case from 18 years ago, the IS-7 incident. IS-7 incident. Oh! Date, December 24th, 18 years ago. Prosecutor Manfred von Karma, defense attorney Gregory Edgeworth, victim Artie Frost, suspect Samson Tangaroa. Case summary, body of Artie Frost discovered in mansion belonging to Samson Tangaroa. Persons of interest, Alicia Scone, Judy Bound, Carmelo Gusto. Carmelo Gusto and Artie Frost's sons would both visit Tangaroa's mansion up to the day of the incident. From the days of the incident onward, their whereabouts are unknown. Oh, the IS-7 incident's coming back. Oh, so interesting. What the heck are you doing, Gavel? You can't just accuse my dad. Without proper grounds, it's deformation. An excellent observation, Eustace. It is? And of course, I had the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated. Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost's body went missing. Man, it's been so long since we've done that. It was only last episode, but that was forever ago in terms of stream. My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this? Okay, Francisca. Okay. Ian Seidman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing. However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. von Karma, and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. What? This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power, and they're known to go extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident. No! What? She was responsible for the fake report? Wait, you have to understand. Grandma, she's not a bad person. She had to do what he said. She didn't have any choice. He? Ah! They're using gender. The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time. The chief prosecutor 18 years ago? No. The man who gave Papa the first penalty of his career. So this guy is the reason that Miles Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and also why his dad's dead. Because if he never gave Von Karma the penalty, he would not have taken it out on Gregory. That's so funny. Excelsius winner, it was you. Man. I'm gonna take I still need a new be right back screen. I'm gonna be right back. Let me get some music up. I just need to run, get some more water and stuff. But I will be back in a few. Alrighty. We're back.
Hey, I'm back. Go back to stream. There we go. Excelsius winner. It was you. You're the reason for all of this, all of the hardships. You're the whole reason we had any. You're the reason for all of the games existing. Wow, how's it feel? How's it feel, Mr. Winner? To be the reason there's an Ace Attorney series. Crazy. Objection. My dad's actually pretty cool. What are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that. He's connected to it all, Eustace. I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself? All that nonsense was the body. That was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. Oops, sorry. Wrong button. And the fake autopsy report. Hilda, how could you? Oh, shut it. I can't believe you naughty kids would do such dishonest things behind my back. We could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there, after all.
But wait, Grandma can't. She's... Ouch.
You shut it.
Grandma, I'm sorry. I knew. That's why I... Right, exactly. If I didn't, everyone would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if I didn't help them with their plan. They said he would. I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
So you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? Just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner.
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer. And they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
Well, there must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do.
Oh, wait. The mask didn't cover their whole face. And the part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure.
A tattoo. Objection. This all sounds very dramatic, but I don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I'd know if there was one, wouldn't you? Which means I can't be the ringleader no matter how much you might want me to be. That means Kay also is not the ringleader because she has no tattoo on her face. I only hope you can figure out who this shameless manipulator might be. Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess. Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here?
I'm not the only one who's been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Finger has been trying too.
And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain. Young Rosie. I like how, Verity's on our side now, literally. She she physically moved. I think that's such a cute touch that her sprite looks the other way now. I love that so much. Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? But why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye. You barely knew the victim? Why, I do believe that is a new statement. Isn't she on the chairman? Like, isn't she a chairman? She's on the committee. Right? The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record. Hell yeah, I love Verity being on our side. It's like we're playing as her now. So that's how this is going to go. You need to hound me until I finally break. Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you. Yeah, that makes yourself look so innocent.
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity. Of course, Your Honor. Hell yeah! Let's go, Judge Gravel! I wouldn't have it any other way. I love her! Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer. Everything I know about Miss Ringer. Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. But we never really had any personal interactions. At least, none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. And I have absolutely no idea why she was after me. So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this? Of course he doesn't. He isn't guilty. Eustace, please. How could he be? He's my dad, the winner of winners. Oh, I'm gonna cry! Stop it! That's very kind of you, Eustace. But you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me. Right, you got it. I won't let them pin this on you. I believe in you, Dad. You'll beat Edgeworth. I know you will. This is so sad. Yes. You really are such a sweet, simple child. He really loves his dad, huh? But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes. Okay! Franziska, I love you. You have no place to talk in this. You have no right. No matter how much he respects him. Unless she's projecting. Oh. She's projecting here, I bet. Oh, that's so sad. Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time. It's like the most people we've ever had on our side. This is awesome. Like, Edgeworth doesn't even need to say anything. This won't be easy on Mr. Winner, but it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this. Everything I know about Miss Ringer. Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course, but we never really had any personal interactions. Hold it. So you're saying you barely knew the victim at all? That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy. Yes, why I never even knew about the burn mark on her hand. Okay, that's weird. You didn't? I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone, but before you know it, they're gone. It's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and gone the next. Yes, because they dare to stand up to you and you make them disappear. If you could please add your remark about the victim's burn to your testimony, Chairman Winner. Why, I didn't even know about the burn mark on her hand. You're sure you didn't know about the burn mark? You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't. But this wasn't just any old scar. I'd say it's pretty noticeable, in fact. Perhaps under normal circumstances, but now that I think about it, Miss Ringer did always wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself. Interesting. The victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves. It makes sense, of course. People can be very self-conscious about such things. I can only sympathize, being something of a sensitive soul myself. I hope you're not too sensitive to append that statement to your testimony. Although I suppose she was always wearing gloves, perhaps it was to hide that burn. Hold it! So you remember her always wearing gloves? I mean, it was something of a trademark of hers, yes. Who knew it was to hide a burn mark? I always imagined it was just a fashion statement. Does your little friend there have something to hide under all those bandages, I wonder? Who, me? No, I don't have anything to hide. You don't? Not even the stony visage of a cold-blooded murderer? Objection! If anyone here is hiding such a thing, it's you. And I'll expose your true face if that's the last thing I do. Oh, you never failed to entertain me, boy. Go ahead and do your worst. So Miss Ringer always wore gloves. That reminds me of something. I should look over all the evidence again. Okay. Because one of the... Because it says that I'd recognize, like, that burn anywhere or something like that, doesn't it? Which means that it was somebody knew about... If she was always wearing gloves, then how did somebody know about her burn mark? So Miss Ringer always wore gloves? If she did, that raises a rather important question, and highlights quite a contradiction. A contradiction, you say? Really? If we listen again to the conversation that was captured by this stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge. We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assumed that those were the words of the killer. And where's the problem in that? It seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me. Oh! Oh! Was that Rosie saying it? Does he have a burn mark? He's always playing with fire. I'm afraid not, Chairman Winter. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves as you just testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to her killer.
Objection.
You speak as if gloves can't be easily removed. She could have taken them off during the auction. But then how would they know that she was always having it? But she hadn't. She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. Hell yeah, someone who's there. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered too. What are you saying, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, don't you? I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Winter, you dang devil. I see. So you're both looking to disappear too. Oh. That can be arranged. Not this time, Excelsius Winter. The only person disappearing will be you.
Objection.
Hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. Who cares if the burn mark was covered up? What does it matter why does that even matter?
Objection.
Oh, it matters. Because it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head. What? What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us? The murder at a burn mark too. Yeah. Think about it like this, Mr. Winter. The victim was wearing gloves, therefore the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording? Somebody who, wasn't the victim? Precisely. Which could only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim. No way!
Objection.
Eustace, my boy, would you mind stepping aside for a sec? Look, Miles, it's nice to see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now? Really? Where? Your little theory will either take flight or die, depending on your answer here, I'm afraid. He's not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was, and fast. I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right? Yes, and each disguise was different. Yet in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow, which means... Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark? I assume you have some evidence. I bet it wasn't a tattoo. I bet it wasn't a tattoo. It was, Where is it? Don't we have that in here somewhere? Ringleader's appearance. Also had a tattoo on the part of the face the mask didn't cover. I bet it wasn't tattooed. I bet it was burn mark. Here is my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner. One sec. Oh, and what exactly is that supposed to tell us,
Objection!
A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo in that part that was exposed. But was it a tattoo, or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one? A burn mark? On the face?
Objection!
Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy. But I regret to inform you that none of the committee members have had such a burn. Myself included, of course. But, Dad, you... I mean... Oh! No, Eustace, go ahead. Spill. Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later. Oh. Well, you may have an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner, but on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as good an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. It gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine, namely who that one unexplained item belongs to. What's the matter with Mr. Winner? I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer. He's sad because he knows the truth. So, it's better not to know the truth at all. Kay! Stop it! No, Kay. It's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once, right when I needed to hear it the most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence. I want to know, too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me? Aw. I very much intend to. You don't know when to give up, do you? Where is this burn, then? Perhaps you could point it out to me. But you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found, just like your evidence that I'm the killer. Yeah, hunt for contradictions all you like. You won't find any. Because he's my dad. A winner through and through. Oh, stop it. You're gonna make me cry.
Objection!
I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live. Dad, what do I do? I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? Oh my god. If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you could try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit. Oh my god, stop it! I'm gonna cry! But I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. They only give these to the valedictorian. Oh. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class. And I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could.
Objection!
You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Stop. Those tests you aced. No! Stop, I'm gonna cry. I had the school give you perfect scores at all of them. Those debate and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine, Even you must see that. Stop! No, this is so sad! Oh! No! Oh, God, my own son. They all leave in the end. Shut up! Shut up! Someone light this guy on fire. Oh. I mean, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Even when he was trying, he was failing, and he did it all for me. Then he should have tried harder. You're a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father, and you certainly don't deserve to be chairman of this committee. Even I feel sorry for the boy now. Poor Mr. Winner. Explain yourself, Chairman Winner. Just what do you think your son is to treat him? Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way? Verity, adopt Eustace, please. An utterly useless pawn sounds about right. But you'll want to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too. Damn! Damn! Oh my god. I cannot deny it. However, I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. Oh, dude, Verity. Oh, my beloved. I love Verity. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless. How could you? Verity, adopt Eustace, please. I need this. Oh, because he is Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him. Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment unto Excelsius Winner. Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. If the ringleader had a visible burn mark on their face that night, then it would follow that Chairman Winner is currently hiding that mark somehow. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? What will be the key to solving this case at last? Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face? Was it on his neck? Maybe?
Take that!
Yeah, okay. Is he wearing a wig? Recall Nurse Needler's testimony, if you will. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig. The one that wasn't used. I seem to remember it being wavy. What are you two talking about? Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim. And what do they have to do with the burn mark? What she found were two wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim, but what was the other one for? I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare. It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winner's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us. Stop it. Stop staring at me. One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather what's around it. You mean, it wasn't a wig after all? Indeed. Not a wig intended to go on top of the head in any case. It's a beard wig! It was a fake beard all along. Wasn't it, Excelsius Winner? Yeah. No. Let the fire keep going. This is all my own, dear boy. How very unkind of you to suggest otherwise. We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth, and how he desperately tried to cover for you, even in the light of his own realization. He still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew. He knew that your beard hides a prominent bird mark. Chairman Winner, I insist that you remove your beard this instant. Oh, he lit it on fire. Oh. It's like a skull. Are you perhaps in contact with Mr. Christoph Gavin? There it is. The burn mark. Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess. You have my thanks.
No. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Excelsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty.
Hell yeah. It's Edgeworth for the ladies now. Oh man. It actually went a lot quicker than I thought it was gonna.
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you.
There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor. No. As a friend. It was the least I could do. Stop! I'm gonna cry!
Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winner has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues. However, we are talking about Chairman Winner here, so it's highly likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman has a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not a part of his plan.
Oh, interesting. I was wondering about the letters. Like, and why was Kay here in the first place? What? How could that be?
He claims that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Miss Ringer's person.
Rosie, thanks for so much for agreeing to help on my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Dear Kay, don't worry, make sure you get your precious thing back. That's so interesting. I wonder how Kay knew Rosie.
And that they found the second letter on Kay's unconscious body. From their contents, the letters seemed to ones of correspondence. So he left to the conclusion that they must have been working with each other.
It's quite the conclusion to jump to.
As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victims in a very conspicuous place. Namely, in her left chest pocket.
It sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself.
Yes, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps there's some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part. But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. And under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, one of the duties with which I have been entrusted with is complete at last.
Judge Gavel, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winner came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't there?
Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Miss Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions as a freelance journalist. Before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first.
I see. So that's the story behind this case.
While the goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance, Miss Ringer's actions have exposed Chairman Winner's crimes at last.
So that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsius Winner and the corruption at the heart of the committee.
Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winner?
I'm afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Do you have any idea why?
Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me most.
Oh, I really feel bad for him.
Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it might be, he'll need to learn to accept it. She's reflecting hard. And it's so sad.
If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life. Trust me. Oh, stop! Francisca, oh. Oh, she's projecting hard. A father's influence isn't easily erased. Oh, no, not you too. Oh, everyone's got daddy issues here. Kay's about to start doing it when her memories come back. But in time, he can hopefully try and change his ways. You're right. You've gotta be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life? Oh. Are you okay, Kay? How's that head feeling? I'm fine. Thank you. I'm so sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to you, and instead I let them accuse you of... Ouch! Dang right! We ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. The mind's where it all begins. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more? Please forgive me, but I'd better be on my way. I'm to preside over the trial of Fifi Laguarde in a bit. Oh my gosh! I forget Fifi case. The Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney? It was supposed to be Miss Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement. Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent Ward and Lagarde. And of course, until we find Eustace, there's nobody to act for the prosecution either. In any case, I must take my leave. Wait, please. What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? Yes! Yes! Our badge! I forgot about it. Gimme. What's going to happen to it now? With its chairman under arrest, the committee's activities have been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now. But... Don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making. And I assume you did not mean to change your mind. Of course not. I chose the path of the truth, and I chose it willingly. With Chairman Winner out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I would be more than happy to facilitate such a decision. It's very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. We're not getting the badge back? I can't ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore. Oh! Oh, damn! See, if I hadn't played Apollo Justice yet, I would assume he was just not getting it back at all, but we know how that goes. I see. Maybe he doesn't get the badge back. Maybe he just becomes chief prosecutor without it. It seems we're destined to continue on different paths then. Well, I trust you'll keep my badge safe until they converge again. With all I have. Yeah, Francisca's not gonna like that. In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner. Oh, the promise notebook! Kay's promise notebook. It seems it was due to be sold in the auction. Oh, with the name Kay written on its cover. Oh, that's her precious item! That's her precious item that she wanted to get back. Oh, stop! Chairman Winter made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the one in the letters, after all. The letters he claimed to know nothing about. I suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them. Yes, he also had something else to say. Apparently, he thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook and that Miss Ringer was after his life. And that their respective goals are what led them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together. That makes sense. That's the conclusion I came to. Unfortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. That just isn't like her. Your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become a part of the Chairman Winter's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's, which is why I would like for her to have it back, as I'm sure would the goddess. Thank you. I pray that it helps her to recover her lost memories. Aw. Is everything alright?
Judge Gavelle wanted me to return something important to you.
I know this is supposed to be sweet and meaningful, but I've seen so many memes with this frame. The Clown University. Oh my gosh.
This is cute, though. Aw.
Huh, isn't that...
Aw.
Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers.
Oh! Stop! Stop! Oh my god. Why am I getting emotional? Oh. Edgeworth's her new father.
Daddy, I wrote them all down, Daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up. Just like you! Wait! I forgot to write one down. The most important promise of all. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I remembered it just how you said it, and now I'll never forget it.
Stop.
Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. That's right. I have to try.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Kay Faraday, the great thief who'll do anything. Oh.
Hell yeah.
All her smiles back. The great thief will do anything to get her hands on the truth. Second Yatagarasu, an assistant to Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, is that really you?
Can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but yeah, I'm back, and I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth. You never stopped helping me, even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything.
Thank goodness. You certainly seem to be back.
Okay, so this is the real you, huh? Welcome back. It's so good to know you're better. I can sleep easy now. Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady, you hear? Miss Needler, Dr. Hertz, thanks a lot for looking after me. And if you really are better, how about you get out of them danged hospital duds? Oh yeah, I washed all your clothes for you. Here.
I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe.
He handed them over to us after they came back from forensics.
And did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note?
I didn't ask. Anyway, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay. I want to see.
Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them?
Oh, it's probably fine. She may have taken a big old bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise.
Why do you slag the grandma? But then why all the bandages in the first place?
Prevention is better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are just a few of my mottos.
Both of which sound painfully annoying practices for your patients.
Okay, Kay, transformation time. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove. Kay!
That smile suits you better too.
Oh! As it always did. Oh! Thanks to you too, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did.
I simply came when Scruffy asked me to. I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old self too.
Speaking of Gummy, where is he?
Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge. Detective Gumshoe. Anyway, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those two with me.
Wait, what's gonna happen to them?
Acting as an accomplice in a murder and forging an autopsy report 18 years ago. So crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished.
Dr. Hertz.
The statute of limitations on that one. Come on. Statute of limitations. We know that's way long in the past. But the fact that Excelsior's Vinner coerced them into cooperating will, of course, be taken into account.
Don't you worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be alright. Take care, Kay Faraday. Until we meet again. Oh. Lana's still here! So, Kay, I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions. Sure, ask away. What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing? Let's see. Somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake. But I didn't know who it was. So there I was, just looking up at the moon when somebody in a red raincoat started walking toward me. Oh. They must have drugged me somehow because that's when I fell unconscious. What? I'm not sure I follow. Kay was at Gourd Lake looking up at the moon? Anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around up there when I saw the person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. I was so surprised I stumbled backwards. And then I was falling and everything went dark. Oh. Well, that's interesting. So the letters were framed too. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in the red raincoat. Who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Thinking about it's making my head hurt. Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. Imagine the root cause of your confusion is your memories of two different locations. Yeah, she's muddling them together. Imagine things are all mixed up in your mind because you were at Gourd Lake one minute and then at the top of the big building the next. Because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together. But those are two totally different places. I know I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily. I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused. This? The tree? There are two key similarities between the scene down by Gourd Lake and here on top of the big building. Cherry blossom and food stands. Oh yeah, and the food stand too. Wait, you're right. The similarities are what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in mid-air. They were walking toward you from across the park. But in your blurry memories, that same sight played out over the viewing platform instead. No way. Who steals a great thief's memories, huh? That's just cheating. Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. We're back at the red raincoats again. The red raincoats are like the big common theme. And what if it's a different red raincoat? What if it's the assassin again? Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw? Oh. Do you hear that? It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go take a look. Well, hoo-wee, I smell another scoop in the offing. You're still here? That's what I'm saying. It's coming from this little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, the walkie-talkie. This transceiver. Oh, like the killer's transceiver from the Mad On Guard case? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, right? Is that it? It's doing the beeping. It's still going. But I'm no good with technology. Come on, you have to pick up. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, this is Edgeworth. Okay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me. Mr. Edgeworth, I presume? I know that voice. Shelley the Killer. Oh my god, it is! Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident. How do you even know about this case? That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we? I've indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. If not, how are we to explain the piece of evidence that proved so damning to Kay's case? No way, an evil mastermind? But who? Who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts. What is the evidence in question that points to somebody else's involvement? The letter?
Take that!
The letter Kay supposedly wrote to the victim.
Yeah, I don't remember ever writing that.
So who did? Who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know. How does he know that we already like figured out like most of this? And how do we know it wasn't you? Now why would I do a thing like that? I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that is no longer an option. So how will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest. He even knows about my badge? Oh, and one last thing. I do hope he won't betray my trust in you. Now I bid you farewell.
What the heck did he mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? And why is he so interested in us anyway? Ugh, everything's just one giant ball of mysteries.
It seems I've only scratched the surface of this case. But even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However this ends, one thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth.
Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh.
Episode 5, Turnabout for the Ages. Alright, let's watch the opening.
Oh.
Let's go. Oh, we finished it! We didn't get our badge back, though! What the hell? I for sure thought we were gonna get it back. We gotta get it back this episode, though. We gotta. Oh. What the hell? Dinosaurs. Where's Matt? We got dinosaurs. What the? What the? I was joking. What do you mean? What do you mean? We got dinosaurs. It sounds like Pokemon music. Oh. What? 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 Oh, it's the movie! It's the movie they were filming! I remember! Oh my god, it's been so long. Why is Lotta still with us? Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. That's right, they were filming a movie. So I forgot about that. I wonder if that's well, that's clearly gonna come into play again. Wow. Oh, I'm so excited to keep playing more. Holy moly. Holy moly. Well, 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 well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the stream today. Oh man, we finished episode 4. We're on the final episode and we're almost done with Ace Attorney Investigations. Oh man. We've almost beaten the game. We're gonna run out of Ace Attorney games soon. It's gonna be so sad. They need to make the 7th one quick. Alright, we're gonna send everyone off on a little old raid. Spread some love. Spread some love. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to the stream. I've had an absolute blast. I'm so excited to see more of the game. And yeah, I'm gonna send you all off in 5, 4. Thank you guys again. I mean, it means so much to me you guys being here. 4, 3, 2. I'll see you guys again soon. 1. Bye bye.